Welcome back to Boruto Anime Review Special number 3. Yeah, this is the first special I've done in 5 months. Yep, 5 months since the last one came out. The thing with these specials, I don't do the Boruto specials very often. So 5 months ago, I think that was what? This past October? Yeah, it was right after the Sutter arc finished up. So I kind of figured, oh, why not do another special? Because, well, this news chapter came out, and I'd rather do this now than basically whenever the next whenever the next episode comes out for the anime. So, pretty much the chapter is called How You Use It. Yeah, it's the 21st chapter of the Boruto Naruto Next Generation's manga. It's a pretty long chapter. Yes. I mean, it starts up where you left off in the previous chapter with like Ao, I think that's how you pronounce the guy's name, just sitting on a rock. Of course, it's in color. And it comes to Team Konohamaru and Keatskate, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's a hidden leaf scientist. And most people just talking about stuff like absorption stuff. And Baruto's given a part of it, the guy's armor that he put on about 3 chapters back. Yeah, he put on 3 chapters back. And of course, he uses the Naruto verse version of the lightsaber. Yep, which uses chakra. Yep, he doesn't want to use it too often per se. So he tests out, uses it for like basically barely a minute, and he automatically is knocked out. He pretty much just collapses. So and of course before he leaves, does some tinkering with this glove, the absorption thing, which I think this is a reference to the Boruto film with the main villain where he had the thing of absorbing jutsu. So yeah, there's that. Mm-hmm. And also I've got to point this out. Though I completely forgot to point this out when I talk about this guy in the anime. He keeps calling in the anime. He calls him Young Lord. In the manga, he calls him Young Master. I think this is a reference to the fact because his father is the Hokage and the fact he has a lot of respect for the Hokage. Excuse me, despite the fact he's a weird old man. And plus, he's been popping up a few times in this current series. Yeah, he's popped up about 3 times, which, hey, why not? And my theory, I'm sure a lot of people might believe this, the only reason why they brought him back now is because they plan to retap the Boruto film that came out, I think came out roughly 2 years ago. I know it was released on DVD here just last year. I actually got it pretty much not long after it came out. I wanted to get my hands on that particular film before the anime started out last year. Mm-hmm. And we see him, like, after he tinkers, he takes the tool with him to try to fight Ao. And I'm looking at Ao right now. Apparently, they mentioned that he apparently, now I remember from the series, he had a Byakugan eye. Now, he said they probably lost him. Like, okay, that doesn't make much sense because his Byakugan eye was his right eye, and I think it might have been his right eye, but I'm trying to remember because it's been a little while. Because I remember he did have Byakugan, and I think they say he lost during the Fourth Ninja War. I'm still wondering how the heck did he survive an explosion? Like when Odo destroyed the HQ, the headquarters of the United Shinobi Alliance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this by far has not been explained yet. How the heck this guy is even still alive? This guy only came back just a few chapters ago, and I'm still curious. How the heck did this guy even survive? Yeah, and apparently he got a replacement arm. He got part of his body replaced, like part of his like torso. And he got part of it. He also got his leg replaced as well, which is interesting. And he's just walking about, trying to look for them. And then he runs into the leader of Kira. His name is Katshin Koji. Yeah, he's this mysterious masked man. I don't know what this guy looks like. They have not revealed what his full face is. From what I can tell, but look at him. Looks like a beard, and looks like, well, because even though it's black and white, he could be a guy in his mid 30s to about early 40s. Who knows? They have not revealed much about Kira yet. They've been popping up now and again in the manga. But yeah, he talks to him for a little while. And Then he starts sniffing around trying to look for it. He finds the building where they were at, and then he hears something, and then he takes his like blaster out. He's like, yeah, his arm blaster, his arm cannon, pops out of his robotic arm and fires where this person, and it's Mitsuke. Yep, Mitsuke. Somehow he says where Mitsuke was, and Mitsuke gets a big brief brawl with them, throwing some lightning release and purple lightning, and yeah, he fights him for a good long while, and then Konohamaru comes and fights him with the Fireball Jutsu. Yeah, he fights him with the Fireball Jutsu. That's the first time I've ever seen him actually do that. I'm like, who taught him this move? Because last time I checked, the Fireball Jutsu was only known by the Uchiha clan. Maybe, and this is just my theory, probably Kakashi probably taught it to him because Kakashi probably remembered it from being, well, the copy ninja. He may have taught, I know Naruto doesn't know it at all, but mostly it's a Uchiha thing. And then Ao uses his absorption jutsu cannon to absorb the Fireball Jutsu. And then Sadara comes in using her monster strength to basically punch the ground. Yeah, her mother's her mother basically does a lot. And then and she basically punches the arm, and somehow it doesn't break. And he's like, and she doesn't like ha. It's like nah. It's really odd. And she gets blown away, briefly blown away, goes back, continues to fight him. He uses the great fireball technique. Okay, okay, yeah. When I read this, I was a little surprised that somehow she knows how to use the fireball jutsu. Okay. Maybe Konohamaru taught it to her. The question is when, because last time I checked, I don't think her father ever taught her that at all. Because Sasuke used it in the show, and she's using the fireball. I'm happy she's using it, but who taught it to her? But she's doing the one-handed sign because, well, that's simply put how she. Now I don't know who taught it to her, but I hope they explain this before the Boruto film comes out. But I love the fact she knows her family jutsu, and he's like, you guys never learned to absorb the jutsu. Meets Konohamaru going after him. Konohamaru is still using the fireball jutsu, and Mitsuki is using the lightning release, and forms a giant ball, and they still fight him for a little while. I'm like, well, where was Boruto? Boruto comes right on top of it with the chakra lightsaber, tries to slice at him, and apparently his arm cannon can also form sort of the lightsaber too, which is weird. And he blocks it. He tries to pick it up. He jumps for it, and then of course Ao picks it up and of course stabs Boruto in the chest with it. And he's like, yeah, I kind of knew you were going to do that. It's like, too bad. I saw through everything perfectly. Yeah, this is Ao's line. And then Boruto grabs his arm, and he's like, nope, you don't understand it. And then he activates it. Then he holds. Then Mitsuke throws his arm at him. Yeah, Mitsuke is known for doing this. I think it's supposed to be his chakra doing this. I'm not really sure. It could be because he's an artificial human. And then they take out, and they pretty much like destroy. They damage his arm. Hold it down. They said it was like Kag Pashuken, and then they pretty much destroy his arm. Well, I think they damage it, and then like Boruto comes up with the Rasengan. And he's like, no jutsu. This makes difference. Since jutsu is ineffective. He says he does a dash. He does pretty much like the same thing he does to absorption stuff, and it cancels out. And then Boruto does a Rasengan right on him. It looks like it hits his cannon, and then the thing is like, depends how you use it, right? And it's kind of implied that maybe the arm was destroyed. I don't know. It's not seen, but that's how the chapter ends. Good chapter. Wow. Like, it's like Boruto, the manga for Boruto was getting a lot better. It's been getting a lot better for the past several chapters, which I do appreciate the fact because after the film came out, it was like, okay, there was like one really boring chapter which had just Boruto accompanying the son of the daimyo. That was an okay chapter. It was kind of boring. But now it's getting interesting, and this arc is only about 4 chapters in right now, but hopefully soon they're gonna wrap up this arc soon. But according to the release date for this, the next chapter is gonna come out March 26th. Yeah, I thought this was gonna come out last week. Like I kept wondering when was this chapter gonna come out this month, and it came out just today. And it's a good chapter. Gotta praise it for that. And overall, I give this one also a 9 out of 10. So it's like, okay, we have two good chapters come out this week. That's amazing. Too bad One Piece didn't come out this week. Yeah, that was actually a bit of a surprise. Yeah, the One Piece chapter. Yeah, expect a review of that next week. Not this coming weekend, but next weekend. It'll probably be right after the air. I think it's going to be the 827th episode of the series, which I think at that point they'll probably be up to about 859 at that point. It just depends exactly what chapter they're going to adapt by that episode, but I think that by next episode, which is going to air a couple days from now, they're going to finish. They're going to adapt the last 2 pages of chapter 857, and they're going to pretty much go through probably the entirety of probably almost the entirety of chapter 858. It just depends. That's probably my guess what they're gonna do for next episode. I'll find out when I look it up on Sunday. All right, so that's it for this one. As for when I'm gonna do my first part of my Shaman King review, at this rate, it's probably gonna be tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow is when I'm gonna do my review of the. Uh, I was gonna do the first 34 episodes, but I kind of figured no, that'll take too long. So I decided for my first part of my Shaman King review, I'm going to talk about the first 20 episodes of the series. That will be in this week part 1 of 4, because the first 3 parts are going to be of the anime, and the fourth part will be of the prequel manga and the sequel manga to the Shaman King series. Alright, but until you see you in the next episode, bye.